Yeah, running down a dream, never would come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads, running down a dream. Whoa. Hey there friends, how's it going today? David Potts with Song Notes here, and I'm excited to show you how to play Runnin' Down a Dream by Tom Petty. Now, I have taught this song before many years ago in a previous video. I'm doing a remake of that lesson though, just because my video quality is much better now. My audio quality was pretty brutal in that last lesson, and I want to give you the best instruction that I can give you here. So let's get on into this song. Everything that I have available for this, my song sheet, the backing track, the play along videos, all that stuff, it's all over on my website, songnotes.net. Just head on over there, links in the description, and you can find all my sort of additional stuff to accompany this video here. But let's start off with the intro of this video, or this song that is, okay? Running Down a Dream. It has this cool intro. Okay, it has sort of two things going on. One is this bass run on the 6th string, right? From 7th to 6th to 5th to 3rd, right? 7, 6, 5, 3rd. You want to remember those three numbers, and then you're going to go to the open string, right? The open low E string. And the thing about this is you're going to basically play the open E string before each of those notes as well. So open 7, open 6, open 5, open 3, and then open one more time before we get to an E major chord. Okay, so we're gonna strum that a few times. I like to do a simple down, down, up. If nothing else, down, down, up. After my down, down, up, I'll tend to sort of just lift my hand off the E, but kind of keep it on the strings. That kind of kills the sound, so I can move up here and do it again. A few notes here. I use my middle finger on all the frets, right? You could do that. You also might have better luck using maybe ring, middle, index, index again. Oh, sorry, I messed that one up. My point is, you can use one finger, but if that feels like too much movement going on, don't make it hard on yourself. Just sort of maybe put your hands here, right? Ring, middle, index, index, then to strum the E, okay? That's one thing I'll say. Another thing is if you listen to Tom Petty's version, he has multiple guitar players going on. They have the drum, the bass, and everything. It sounds great. It's moving really fast. Don't expect yourself to be able to play like that out of the gate, if even at all. When I've been practicing this song, I've been much, much, much slower than Petty's version, and even that kind of still feels fast for me. So just be calm, be patient. It's hard to get that full band sound with one guitar, but if you do this little run, right? Get into that E, and then sort of practice just getting back to the run to start the next version of it, because it's played 4 times. And if you can do that and sort of stay in a groove, it sounds really nice. Okay, so I do have some backing tracks you can use to practice over on my website, 3 different tempos, and it just gives you a sort of something to play over that sounds pretty good. Okay, one other thing I'll say about strumming. If you can, try to well, here's an exercise I like to do, is just do a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all on the low E string, right? And when you go down, let the 5th string catch your pick, meaning it's gonna like prevent it from going down anymore. It's a nice safety net, right? And then that helps you get used to this down, up motion with some up strumming in there. And from there, what you're gonna wanna do is play the very first note of the riff as an up strum, okay? And the reason to do this is it sets you up so that all of those highlighted notes, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 3, are all played with down strums, which have a little bit more oomph and emphasis, right? And you can use this other trick. This is the last thing I'll say about the intro, is notice how when I play it, I'll kind of go back to this. This is almost like my sort of boom, bada, boom, bada, boom. I'm thinking of Barracuda by heart, but it's almost like an engine that's running beneath things. If you can kind of have this as your sort of picks safety net that you go back to, watch this. Okay, I was moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up constantly. And if I wasn't strumming the E chord, or if I wasn't doing this, I'm just sort of defaulting to letting that low E string drone. Okay, that's one little tip. I think practicing that will kind of give you just a sense of motion that you can use to keep your groove going, if that's helpful for you. So take it or leave it. But let's move on to the verse of this song now. It's just 2 chords. It's E and D, right? Regular E major, regular D major. You can totally use those, right? Now, if you saw these lyrics with the chords written above them, like in my song sheet, simplest way to do this is you play each chord one time whenever it's written above a word, right? It's not going to be a strumming pattern yet, but it's going to help you learn the progression, right? So, it was a beautiful day, the sun beat down, I had the radio on, I was driving. Play the riff here if you're able to, but I'll come back to that later. The trees went by, me and Dale were singing a little runaway, I was flying. Okay, then we get to the chorus. Now before we get to the chorus, let me talk about strumming really quick here, okay? The thing you're going to want to do is pick your strumming pattern of choice. You have a few options. I like to use a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. This is sort of giving the 2 count a little bit of a oomph, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Alternatively, you could use a constant down, up, 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 down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. I'll show you what that would sound like here, right? It was a beautiful day. Just repeat the pattern. The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. But something else that might be a bit more traditional, like a folk strum, is a down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up. You could use this, right? Let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, it was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. So a couple options there. I have a bunch written out in my song sheet. You can sort of take your pick as far as the verse and refrain. Use whatever strum you want. It's pretty easy going there, okay? Now, as far as the chorus, this is the running down a dream. Talk about this part. So we're going to have some faster chord changes here, right? Basically, this first line and the second line are going to repeat this pattern where we do 2 counts of D, right? So 1, 2 to G, then to E for 4 counts, E to G to A for 4 counts, and then you just repeat what I just did, right? So 2 counts of D, 1, 2, 2 counts of G, 4 counts of E, okay? E to G to A. And then the final line, you're gonna stay on A to start it, right? Running down a dream. Okay, so I wanna make sure that's clear, is that you have these measures where sometimes you have two chords in them. So it's 2 counts per each chord. Then you get to a measure with a full measure of just 1 chord. So that's gonna be the sort of the motif or whatever that's happening in the chorus. Now, as far as strumming it, here's really what I recommend doing. During the measures that have 2 chords, I would use a down, down, up, down, down, up, okay? What that's gonna do is it's gonna make the chord changes happen on the 1 count, right? And the 3 count. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then for the next measure, if you listen to Tom Petty's version, you hear this, right? This down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's a sort of nice ringing out thing that's happening. So if we did as written out here, right? D to G to E to E to G to A to D to G to A, E to E to G to A to G to E. Okay, that really never would come to me. Working on a mystery. It really captures that album version vibe, which is fun to do, okay? And then the second and final tip for this chorus, this is a bit more advanced rhythmically, but there is a rhythmic push happening. A push is when a chord is switched to an 8th note or a quarter note early, right? It happens before we expect it to happen. It's used in lots of different songs. And it's happening here. If you look at the chords that have the red star, What that means is that that chord is being played on the up strum before the 1 count. Okay, so let me play it for you that way, and you'll sort of hear what's going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go. Running down a dream, never would come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads, running down a dream. Okay, not a required thing to do at all, but if you want to sort of capture the rhythmic nuance of Tom Petty's version, try that out. But work on the overall structure of things and the progression first. You don't need to rush into that push thing. It's a bit more of an advanced and a very subtle thing there as well. The last thing, y'all, is the refrain. The refrain is just going from C to D to E. All major chords, right? All a whole step apart. Now, you could just play this regular C like normal, regular D, and a regular E. You're going to do 2 measures of the C. So, woo-hoo, woo, to the D, then to the E. Woo. Then you repeat it. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, that's all you got to do there, and that's the entire song really. You just go back to the verse and then do the chorus and then do the refrain again, and you can solo over an E minor pentatonic scale, and you'll be in good shape. So, quick thing here about some chord options you have. If you want to play along with another guitarist, like a friend, or if you just want to add some color and make these chords a bit less normal sounding, right? Because these open chords kind of sound a bit more textbook, so to speak. You can hear on Tom Petty's version of this song, the recorded version, that one of the guitars, at least, for a lot of the chords, is doing these voicings for the C and for the D especially, which leave the thinnest 2 strings open. Here's what I mean. It was a beautiful day, the sun beat down, I had the radio on, I was driving, the trees went by, whoa, whoa. So looking at the verse, for example, then we have a D and an E, right? Instead of playing them up here, what we can also do is use this voicing for the E, right? 7, 9, 9, open, open. Technically, this is an E5, an E power chord, because we don't have that major third in this voicing, right? And then what we can do for the D is just move this shape down 2 frets and play this D, 5, 7, 7, open, open. Now here's the deal. This is not technically a pure D5 because this open B and open E strings are not in the D major triad. So what are they? Well, this would be this B is the 6th tone of the D scale, so this would be a D6, and then this open E string would make it a D6 sus2, because this is like a D sus2, right? You got that open high E string. Don't worry about the name of the chord. The point is, this is for the E, this is for the D. And what you can do is sort of listen along to Tom Petty's version, and you can hear one of the guitarists. It's like it might be the electric, it's just sort of like letting those ring to ease my mind. Last 3 days, the rain was unstoppable. It was always cold, no sunshine. Yeah, running down a dream. Okay, now you can do the same thing in the refrain, right? From our C to our D to our E. What we can do here is use those same power chord, voicings. And for the C, we're going to do 3, 5, 5, open, open. Okay, now technically this is a C major 7. It's just like this, right? 3, 5, 5, open, open. Sounds a bit dissonant. But then we go to the 5, 7, 7, open, open. A little bit less dissonant. And then we go to the E, which sounds perfectly harmonious and there's no dissonance, right? Whoa. 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 Okay, so especially if you're playing along with someone, those are great things for one of you to play. And what you can do is pull up the jam track on my website and practice using these over the different sections of the song, and just give yourself some practice in mixing two different voicings of one chord, right? So maybe I'll be playing all the normal chords in my jam track, and then you can use these sort of specialty voicings. Right? So some good stuff you can do there, and have some fun with this song. So that's going to be it for this one, y'all, everybody. Running Down a Dream, Tom Petty. Again, head on over to songnotes.net. That's my website. I'll have all my links and notes and everything for this lesson, some Tom Petty versions you can listen to, the jam tracks, the practice tracks, and a link to the song sheet if you're interested in getting that. It's 2 different pages. It's officially licensed. If you're a member on my site, songnotes.net, you get a 50% discount code on the song sheet. So that's a nice little perk for you. Thank you all for being members, those of you who are supporting me through membership. And if you're not, if you like my lessons, guys, I have a lot of lessons on my website. Check them out. Tons are available for free, but I have a lot of premium content, these instructional PDFs, community access to the members only forum is there. I have courses that are available if you're a premium member as well. And you also save 50% on the song sheets I put together. The song sheets are licensed. I can't give those away as part of membership, but I can give you a discount code. So that's all over on songnotes.net. That's my website, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, my friends, bye-bye.